Subnetting. The word itself sounds scary, right? But let's keep it simple. Imagine you have a big apartment with 256 rooms. Now, not everyone needs the entire building. Sometimes you just want to divide it by floor or even smaller, so it will be easier to manage. That's exactly what subnetting does in networking. It divides one big network into small, manageable chunks. What is a subnet mask? Every IP address has two parts, the network part and the host part. Network part tells you which group of devices this belongs to. Host part is the specific device inside that group. Now, how do we separate these two parts? That's where the subnet mask comes in. Subnet mask is like a filter or the boundary line. It decides how much of the IP address is network and how much is the host. For example, this mask basically says the first three numbers 192.168.1 are the network and the last number .10 is the host. So all devices in 192.168.1 belongs to the same network. CIDR notation. Now, writing 255.255.255.0 every single time is annoying, right? So we use something called a CIDR notation, which is just a slash with a number. For example, 192.168.1.10/24. That /24 means the first 24 bits are the network and the remaining 8 bits are for host. Here are some quick examples. /8 big networks, lots of hosts. /16 medium networks. /24 small networks, common in homes and offices. So remember, the bigger the number after the slash, the smaller the network. A /30 network might have just two usable IPs. Let's make this practical. Suppose you have 192.168.1.0/24. That's 256 total addresses from .0 to .255. Now, say you want to split it into two smaller networks. How do you do that? You change the mask from /24 to /25. First subnet 192.168.1.0 to 192.168.1.127. Second number 192.168.1.128 to 192.168.1.255. So instead of one big group, you now have two smaller groups. This is subnetting, just dividing big networks into small, cleaner pieces. Why subnetting matters? Okay, but why should you, as a SOC analyst or a hacker, care? In a SOC, when you see an alert, you will often need to know if two IPs belongs to the same subnet. For example, are both devices inside the same office LAN? Or did traffic came from outside? For red teaming or ethical hacking, subnetting helps to plan your scans. If a target company has /16 network, that's thousands of IPs, but maybe you want to test only specific /24. So understanding CIDR and masks isn't just theory, it's a skill you almost use daily. So to wrap it up, subnet mask divides the network part and the host part of an IP. CIDR notation like /16 or /24 is just a shorthand for that. Subnetting is just cutting one big network into smaller ones. And once you get this idea, you will never look at those scary subnet numbers the same way again.